Hey, hi, it's Garnet, and this is episode number 4. It's Monday morning here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and it's July 27th, 2026. So I was um sitting having coffee this morning before driving in, and I remembered something. Now, if you're following these, maybe. And in the last one or two that I did yesterday, I said that I had these 3 C's. And the first one is I'm curious. And the second one, I couldn't remember. And the third one was I'm concerned. So a little bit embarrassing when you say I have 3 C's and you can't remember one of them. Happens. Anyway, I did remember, and it's befitting the third C is confused. So I'm curious, confused, and concerned. I'm trying to be honest with that. The confused part, I think maybe at some degree we're all kind of curious, confused, and concerned. And the amount of information that is coming forward is overwhelming, and now with AI, stupefying. And here we are, you and me, trying to figure out what the hell to do, what the hell is going on, and to be open about it or to be shy about it. And I've taken the audacity of calling this website the Art and Science of Consciousness, not because I'm an authority. You or me, I am you. We are all here together, John Lennon. The idea of knowing some things, believing some things, and not knowing other things. And in this case, the concept of consciousness, a word, choose your word, a lot of words. Consciousness has always been my North Star, from the days of navigation. The appetite for the sacred, I'm not shy, that has been my motivation throughout life. I'd mentioned before the experience of being an outsider, meaning not part of the cool club, being a mixed English, French, Canadian farmer growing up in the southern tip of Ontario, which is an English province in Canada, right across from Detroit. And the few television stations that we had, they all came from the US except one, and the one that didn't was dumb. So what it's like to be curious, honestly, confused by mixed messages and concerned about, my life, the quality of life, the people I love, what the hell's going on, planet Earth. So this is a declaration of memory that the 3 C's that I declared are curious, confused, and concerned. And I think those are all, in their own way, good things. To pretend that you know it all, to not be curious, to pretend that everything is clear, to not be confused, and that everything is fine, to not be concerned. I don't see that as necessarily the best way to play your cards. So this is a short episode, basically because I remember that I was confused, which is the third C. We'll pick it up later. Thank you very much. I do really want to keep going with the bulldozer theme. of a paper, which is in the site, Brain Entrainment and Brain Engagement. And when I wanted to present it, and I still do, my thought was we had to go down to levels of basics to even have a sensible discussion. And that's why I started off, probing the concept of the question of, are brainwaves real? Well, they are, but to quote my dear Dzogchen teacher, my Tibetan teacher, who will have passed on 13 years ago in 2 days. Maybe we'll talk about him at some point, but when I asked him a particular question about a particular subject, happened to be prayer wheels, by the way, his response was, and still is, I had asked, are they real, or is it kind of like a psychological thing or placebo or some kind of, magic-y thing? And I said, are they real? And his answer calmly, kindly, quickly was, they are equally real and unreal. I'll leave you with that. See you later.